shoulder.
Snow culture is a way of living and going through life.
It's addictive, is what it is.
It's just a really exciting way to live.
Jossi was always a leader.
He's one of the most influential skiers, I think, of our generation.
He's a pioneer.
This event is so unique. It brings together all these riders to build and learn off each other.
He's hosting this event that is just opening his arms up to the whole community of freestyle skiing and snowboarding.
He's been knocking it out of the park year in and year out.
This is kind of competitive skiing at its roots.
It's welcoming a bunch of riders that you put them all together into this melting pot of all different walks of life, and magic happens.
Loving it.
I mean, there's nothing better than shredding on the mountain with your homies.
Thank you for making the trek. I know a lot of you have come from a long way.
The reason for starting JWI was to bring together a bunch of my friends from the ski and snowboard world, have a week together where we got to shred, have a great time, foster creativity within our respective disciplines. Basically just hanging out with the homies is kind of the whole point of it. I was really fortunate growing up that I was able to be invited and experience some invitational events, and they were always the highlight of the season. The satisfaction of providing a place for all the things that I value, for people to have a great time, for people to learn tricks they've never done, to be able to make friendships and bonds that will last a lifetime. It's way more rewarding than just going to an event yourself. I see it as more of a celebration about our sport and our community. Creativity plays such a huge role in the way that tricks are done, the trick selection, the feature selection. It's this amazing canvas to be able to express your creativity on and test yourself.
There's no rules in any of it.
We've got a 2.5 hour jam. It's about to get wild.
What makes this event so unique really is the format.
There are no specific times to drop. There's no set amount of runs that riders take. The course is open and you just go ride.
There's no right or wrong. That's a really cool energy to be around.
It's so different from FIS-regulated and Olympic-level competitions these days, and the Jossi Wells Invitational is just so much more true to the core originality of ski and snowboard.
That was sick.
Right here we have Tom Campbell. Very thankful that I had the homie who in my mind builds the best jumps in the world to be able to shape up this beauty for us.
Stoked you give us the opportunity to build a fucking massive jump. Hey.
The Bigger in the Park Jam really creates such an amazing environment for us riders, being sort of stress-free.
In that jam format, when someone starts going hard, you're like, all right, well, it's on.
You don't really get the opportunity to have that many people at one place, one time, doing one thing, so like hyper-focused on the activity, and be able to just be like, I'm feeling myself, so watch this. And they actually have to have an opinion on it at the end of the day because they vote on it.
At the Jossi Wells Invitational, it's rider judged. It truly is the highest honor to have your peers and the people you look up to say that you were the best rider.
You know, getting that approval from everybody, it just depends on what you want, but it's always nice to get that nod.
Cultivating the culture of these sports that I grew up around and grew up enjoying is really important to me.
The freaking royal family.
Yeah, it's just the culture, man. You're like, well, what is it? You're like, it's a feeling, it's Mabo, it's the Constitution, it's just the vibe of the thing. You won't find a single person in this entire crew that isn't living with passion.
I just feel like if you're in this shit, you're in this shit. And if you're not, you're not. And that's really it.
Wow. You can see it from the outside and be like, are they ever going to get a real job? They're just a bunch of Peter Pans cruising around, like putting off the inevitability of the real world or whatever. But people are driven and people have goals and they work really, really hard for what they're doing.
got bounced off the end of that one.
Within that group, there are pockets from different parts of the industry, including the filmers and the photogs.
Yo, you want to get a clip, huh?
What's pretty cool is to see all those different groups come together and vibe off each other for the week.
You know, skiing and snowboarding is like this big puzzle, and everyone makes up these different pieces to build the full picture, and the colours might not match sometimes, but they all eventually make an image, you know, at the end of it.
Everyone's just sending, and that's what it's all about. It's just the most insane vibe.
Everyone else is sending, so you know what that means I gotta do.
I leave this event every year more motivated for the next North American winter and to see what else this sport has in store for me.
Action sports came from a place of rebellion and a very unorthodox approach from the start, and as it's gone on and progressed, I think we've seen like more and more structure, and there's a place for that, but I think it's also super important to have events like JWI that are true to the core of the sport and put a lot back into the industry.
It captures everyone at their happiest points. You know, people have learnt world firsts at the Jossi Wells. You know, people have landed the most insane tricks. We've had some crazy times and plenty more to come.
This lifestyle is the life that I always wanted growing up, and it trips me out every day when we get to ride together.
This has been an insane experience. Jossi, you're the man.
I feel really honoured that people would show the sport and make their way all the way down here to the bottom of the world. Honoured and privileged to be able to play a role in helping to facilitate what it is.